Hi, Cancer. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, I am here to do your November 2021 forecast. So, this is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. You can also look at your North Node placement as well. So, just take what fits with you, Cancer. It's not going to be for all cancers. So, just use your intuition, use your discernment here. I do have a bunch of channeled messages as well as quite a few cards here that we're going to go over and topics of your life. So, just in general for you, in love for you, and also just anything else that Spirit wants to bring through. And also the astrology for you too is implemented into this. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's coming in for you, Cancer. So, the most significant thing I'm seeing here for you, I do feel like, it could be a little bit difficult for some of you. Okay, I'm feeling like there's a lot of emotional healing for you. This is especially central around your contracts in your life. I do feel like there's quite a bit of emotional healing. We have the Chiron coming through healing, and we also have the ring here as the overall theme for you. So the Chiron really does talk about deep healing, and there's a few things also in your reading as well. I do think for a lot of you, this is quite a bit of a deep feminine healing for you. A lot of you are healing abandonment wounds, and this is something that I feel you are closing out. So you could be finding in November that you just no longer resonate with previous timelines, especially when it comes to just who you were in previous relationships or just, this definitely feels like it has to do with you. It has to do with your soul. It has to do with your home as well. When I was meditating, I was getting a lot of visual of, like home energy, which is very Cancerian. So this could be taking place around your home, or this is just kind of your family. I was getting many of you also will be going through some, deeper family healing here as well. So I know it's not the most like exciting energy, but that's what I'm getting here for you. I do feel like again we have the orphan here as well, and with this Chiron, this is about how can you grow as an individual here? How have your experiences shaped you into who you are? So I do think that some of you may have been feeling like you have suppressed yourself, especially when it does come to the way that you feel in relationships, the way you feel about yourself here. I do feel like relationships could be a subject here for you in November that you may have to set very healthy boundaries for yourself, is what I'm getting here, because you do have new love coming in for you, for those of you who are single. I'll get to that in just a moment here. But the main focus for you is, this is why I'm getting with the world here, the Empress and the Eight of Swords. This has to do with how can you, again, kind of grow. The Empress is feminine, especially with the orphan here. Some of you could be healing wounds around a mother, or this is just you, your feminine energy. But see how we have the circle, the cyclical here, and also the ring too. So obviously it does talk about contracts, and ring could be a commitment, but this is more so about beginnings and endings here, and this is why we have the world. So I feel like you are moving through a place where, with this Eight of Swords, you may have been feeling restricted with your voice, with your just, it could be your, just the way you express yourself, the way you communicate here, and also just within yourself. There's something very deep about this. So it's going to be different for many of you. But with the Empress here, we have to look at what's growing, what's nurtured, and how can we expand and continue to nurture something. So with the Orphan, it does feel quite empty. It feels like many of you, um, you could be in a period of a void here in your life. And this is where we have to really go deeper into the healing. So it's kind of similar to the Scorpio energy too. So this could be happening in Scorpio season, for many of you here. So that is the main focus for you. It's about finding balance here as well. So balance within your relationships, balance within your life here. Since you do have a very compassionate nature, for the most part, Cancer is very nurturing, and your own element did come through here as well with the Cancer that came through. So I do think that many of you are moving through a very, I guess, Cancerian time when it comes to your deep emotions here. So the fact that you are very compassionate and very giving here, I do think it's important to make sure you're giving that to yourself. And this could be something you're coming into a realization about. okay? Or you're just having to kind of step back a little bit and think about your boundaries and think about how you are interacting with the people around you, especially if you're in a commitment, or if you're currently, for many of you, I think you're spending time apart from somebody, or you're coming to a cycle kind of closure here in your life. So think about how you can give back to yourself, okay? So if you have any energy vampires around you, or anyone who just isn't really prioritizing you and making you feel wanted or needed here, I do think you have to ask yourself what you need. You know, what do you crave here in relationships and just within your life? And that is what the orphan is talking about here too. And we did get the death card as well for you. So it's like you're really stripping down to the core is what I'm getting here for you, Cancer, or you need to. So again, emotional healing here. So you're going through a lot of healing connected to your heart here. And this is interesting because the death card is obviously connected to Scorpio, and we have the orphan, which is very scorpionic because it's like a void here, and also the cycle, you know, the death and the rebirth here. So many of you could be going through in Scorpio season, or you're just really stripping it down, especially in this deck where there's this like skeleton here. It's like you're really going to be becoming, it's like a tree that becomes bare, you know, when all the leaves fall off, and you have to kind of sit with who you are at that point. And this is going to nourish and to nurture new grounds and new fertile opportunities that are coming in for you, which I definitely feel are coming in for you. It's also about taking back your power is what I'm getting. So for those of you who, you know, maybe you've been restricted in something here, you've been feeling confined in a connection or your circumstances, it's going to be very important for you to take back your power, okay? We have rule your domain here. And we also have the badger. So yes, definitely we have be fearless and bold. And this goes for many things that are coming in for you, but I'm getting it's more so about you. You know, it's not as simple as just something external from you. It's really coming from within, and it's like you're going through a reset here. So you do need to take back the reins of your life here, Cancer, and I feel like you will be doing that. So don't be, it's like a time for you to be very unapologetically yourself here, and this is what you are moving into. I do think many of you will be having a very important conversation coming up in your love life for many of you, because I'm getting a strong emphasis here that there is a love coming towards you, or you will be kind of resolving or tying up loose ends in love here for you in November and also December. And this is going to be really significant for you to find the answers, maybe closure, or just to find what you need in order to move forward. But this is why it kind of all goes back to what you need to do for yourself. So you may be setting really strong boundaries with somebody, and that's going to be really important for you, okay? So really look at the bigger picture as well. So if you find yourself getting too caught in like the small details, it's going to be really important to look at the whole thing, you know, look at the bigger picture. How has it shaped you here? Okay. And that's why I'm getting to that there's a very strong message about that. It's like you're jumping timelines, okay? So whatever you've been attached to in terms of a previous timeline, you know, like who, and you could be finding this within your social circle too, not just within love, you know, with one partner or even family, but it's like you are resonating with a different frequency, and you're going to be resonating with a different frequency. And that's how you're going to know that you're in the right place, because once you kind of shed all of this with the death here, you're going to see the whole situation in a new light. And many of you are going to be having more social interactions in November. So you could be meeting new people. A lot of these people that are coming in for you are going to be very, maybe different than what you wanted, or different. We have a strong Uranus influence here for you. And I think it's with Venus as well for you specifically. So you might be finding that you're coming into contact with different types of people, or someone will shake things up for you that you did not expect to meet. And this is also part of what is coming through for you. So yeah, like I said, become the alchemist. You really, you know, you're becoming who you need to be here. I feel like a lot of you could be going through some throat chakra clearing here, and you may want to sing. You know, if it's just a personal thing, or maybe you're a singer, but there's something very important about your voice in November. And like I said, you may be having a very significant conversation with somebody here, or you're gaining clarity about a love connection. And this is going to require you to really speak your truth, is what I'm getting. So um, maybe do something that's going to require you to sing, and that could help you with your self-expression. Because for you, Cancer, it's all about especially your creative expression too. So on a more, career-based level or just a self level, you're definitely going to be finding that you want to find your muse. You want to find how can you transmute your pain maybe, or how can you use your talents to, like, for the greater good here. So you may be finding, because there's a lot of fifth house activity for you in November too. So you may want to find what is going to, make you feel alive in terms of your creativity here. So that's going to be also really important for you too. So, and this is also happening as you master your emotions, and that's why this is coming through. So, yes, we have illusion, like I mentioned here. So, when you attach yourself to an illusion, you ride the roller coaster of pain and pleasure. You can choose to expand your view of reality and move beyond the illusion. And that's what you're doing. It doesn't mean that everything you've been through is an illusion, but it's kind of like you have to choose. Do you want to stay in pain, or do you want to really heal? And that's why the Chiron is here as well for you. So we also have, let's see here. Yeah, so intimacy, another indication here. Take a look at your relationship with intimacy, which is certainly coming through with the abandonment here. Some of you also could be dealing with people who are, maybe they have a certain attachment style that's not, it's different than yours. Okay, I don't know what the term for that, I forgot what it's called. But if you do think that you're involved with people who trigger this side of you, because you're so caring and because you're so nurturing, for the most part, you are maybe attracting people who are draining your own vitality. And this is why I feel that you're going to be looking at how your relationship with intimacy is within yourself, and also the people around you, especially connected to feminine or mother. Or you could be meeting somebody or healing a connection with somebody who you had a contract with, even a karmic love. And maybe this person has a some form of abandonment wound with their mother, or they're healing this, and this is why they're drawn to you, or there's an attachment here, if that makes sense. So yes, we have the Holy Amethyst here. So another beautiful card of self-love and also moving past your fears. So if you want to create a new vision for yourself, or even a higher love here for yourself, you have to focus on the positive. You have to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. So that's also coming through too. And the violet flame is a really great healing tool that you can use as well in November. So you can look up violet flame meditations. You can do it yourself, but surrounding yourself with the violet flame and cleansing your aura, cleansing with this holy amethyst here, is also something that I feel is coming through for you. And don't be surprised if you have maybe things come up from past relationships, within dreams, or maybe even actually here. And this is all part of what it's bringing to the surface for you. So we also have here, so when it comes to love for you, Cancer, we have time apart. We have go slow. So I'm getting a few things here. Definitely, I do think for many of you that you are spending time apart from somebody specific. I'm also getting that you need to really slow down when it comes to somebody in your life that's either currently involved in your life, or someone who's coming in for you, because I was getting it's very important to have boundaries at the moment. So you'll know if that's for you. If you have someone who, perhaps there is a unavailability here, or maybe things move too quickly, or they will be moving too quite quickly coming in, because I'm getting you're going to have some strong Uranus influences here in your love life. And this is why I'm getting, for many of you, you could have a sudden conversation, a sudden shock here, or you're going to suddenly meet new people in your community that are going to be very different, with this Aquarius coming through, because I'm getting, we also have the fast lane. So yeah, something feels different about this love. So either this is someone new and they're going to be, like I said, it's going to be too quick for you, or it's moving too quickly for you. So go slow if this is you, because while you're healing this energy, it's important to move at a slow pace here. For those of you who have somebody on your mind or someone you've been dealing with here, I do get that there is someone you have like a sacred connection with here. And I feel like this person has been placed in your life. It could be a karmic connection, or you both are clearing a lot of karmic patterns with each other. And like I said, it's maybe triggering abandonment within you. Um, and I'm getting if this is somebody who you're spending time apart from. This could be a Gemini for many of you. We have the Lovers and the Knight of Swords here I kept seeing. And there is a message coming through. So this person could be with the Uranus here. It could be Aquarius too. But there's something that's going to be very shocking or liberating here for you. And I'm getting that for many of you, you could also be finding your voice with this in November. If you feel like you need to speak your truth, maybe you feel like you need to have closure or clarity. Just be careful though when it comes to dealing with somebody like this, because I was strongly getting the message for you that you need to maintain your poise and control, because this is part of what has shaken you up before, and that's part of this with the healing that's required too. So I feel like taking a step back and looking at the whole picture, don't get swayed into something and don't get shaken up within your own core, because I think you're currently on the road to finding more inner stability, and that's going to be the most important thing for you. So if someone tries to stir the pot with you and you feel for yourself that this is not what you want, I think you may have a very open, honest conversation here with this person, or you need to have an open, honest conversation, because I'm getting something is going to be stripped down. And it's not just within, you as an individual. So really try to maintain your composure. Okay. So watch your words is what I was getting to. Watch your communication, because it could be easy to fall into maybe a pattern here, or to fall into a conversation that's very heated, and that's actually going to keep you off. It's going to make you feel off balance here is what I'm getting. I was also seeing a vision of like glue and like separating the glue. So for some of you, this may have been something that you feel very tethered to or tied to, or this person feels very tethered and tied to you, especially if you have a karmic type of connection around you. It's really making you feel, or it has made you feel like you've really had to go into your shadow side. So all of this is going to bring this about within you. It's like a kind of a can of worms, I feel, for you. But what I do feel like it's doing with the Jupiter, I was also getting a very strong message that you are being protected from any negative energies, because I was getting the evil eye here for you is very important. So maybe carrying an evil eye with you, but you may have, I don't know if it's one person or if it's a community or if it's something from your past, but you need to be careful of protecting your energy because of how empathic you are as well. So this is what I'm getting for you as well. So with the Jupiter, this is why I feel for many of you, there's kind of a whole new world opening for you in terms of expansion and abundance. And you're going to be moving really, really quickly here, I feel, when it comes to your own sense of empowerment, or you need to. Spirit has a really strong message about this. You're pushing forward in a very like ambitious way for yourself. And for some of you, it could almost be like something or someone's trying to latch on or hang on to you because they don't want to see you move forward. And that's why I'm getting that it could be this person, or it could be something you need to kind of clear with someone here. And so self-care is going to be the most important thing for you in the coming weeks and months here too. I also feel many of you are just deciding that you don't care anymore. And that's what this is too with the Jupiter and this, I don't know how to pronounce that crystal, but it is talking about now is the time to move forward. Okay. Because we have take action here. We also have don't stop. So I'm getting that don't stop on your road of success, because you are moving towards a huge, like, the doors are swinging open here for you. I feel like there's this kind of like explosion energy for you, and it's in a positive way, although it could reach a head here, and that's what I'm getting. But for many of you, it's like you're kind of, all the answers that you need are coming here shortly, and this is going to kind of reach like a, you're releasing what's been bottled up within you, whether it's been triggered by someone specific or just your own journey. And this is kind of this feeling of you finally releasing it, finally letting it go. And because of this, the Jupiter like swings open for you, including new love. Like I said, many of you could meet new people who are going to be very different than what you expected. So this Uranus influence here, you need to listen very closely to your intuition here, because you know more, you're seeing beyond the veil. I was also getting a vision of an owl here too. So you do know a lot more than you give yourself credit for. Cancer. So you need to listen to your intuition, whether it's about a love interest or it's just about your life here. You need to rely closely on how you feel. Don't dismiss the red flags, or on a positive note, don't dismiss how you feel about something. If it feels right for you, if it feels good for you, or you just kind of see through something, you need to trust that. So yeah, the Knight of Wands came through in love. So again, and here we had the Hierophant. It kind of flew out. When it flew out, it was almost reversed, which is why it's interesting, because this is very traditional, the Hierophant, and Uranus is the opposite of that. So with the Knight of Wands, though, I do feel like there is something very passionate coming through. So I don't know if this is someone that you already know, if this is the same person coming in, or if you have multiple options coming in. I think it could be also. But there's someone here that I feel you may have just it's a very fiery, very magnetic connection here, and I'm getting that this could cause some form of upheaval, either because there's a breaking of a pattern with the Hierophant, or you are deciding like there's something that you're kind of colliding with differences, and that's going to be either positive or it's going to be challenging. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely going to be unexpected for you. You're moving into an unexpected energy. And yeah, that's what I'm getting here for you. We also have the Lilith coming through as well. So you are powerful and independent. So a dance between the dark and light. So another card of that. You could have some Lilith, stuff going on in your chart here as well. And that could be something that's going to be significant for you in November. But overall, I do think, and with compromise here, this is why I'm getting that you could have an honest conversation with somebody, or something about compromise is coming through. Not to compromise your light and your energy, because I think that's part of what you're healing, but there could be a need to come into some form of compromise with people in your life here. So don't dismiss how powerful you are, though, moving forward, and you will find soon that you'll have this Jupiter energy around you, abundance coming in, but you have to take action towards something. So if something opens up for you, or if you feel like you're ready now to embark on a new path, you're going to take bold action moving forward, and it's going to be very successful for you. The Alchemist. So work with law of attraction and work with that energy. So, and like I said, healing family issues as well. So don't give up right now. Don't give up on something just because you could feel, for those of you who feel this, like you could feel like you're in this abandonment energy, or you feel like it's just kind of a reset button. Don't give up on something right now, because it will be coming through for you. And for many of you, I was getting, you do have love coming in. I'm just not sure if it's the same person on your mind or someone brand new, but things will work out. It's just that right now, this is kind of what I feel has to heal first. You have to find stability within. So if your relationships are not stable, it's coming from a deeper place that you may need to go back and heal that. So I'm going to get a few letters here. Let's see if we can get a message from Spirit, maybe a name or something here. Let's see, what do we have for Cancer for November? Anything, Spirit, for Cancer in November? All right, let's see. And so if you see any words here, put them in the comments below. So we do have an X here. Every time I see an X, I do think about clearing the past, is usually what comes through. Hoax, hawks, hole, soul, sun, solo as well. Mole, Molly, solo as well. Suit, sweet. Mile, some of you, this could be travel, or you've reached a milestone. You're reaching a milestone. I'm not really getting any names here. him. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. So whatever this means for you, see if you see anything. And if you do, it could be a name of someone, or it could be something personal for you. Just whatever fits here with you with the letters. So anyway, Cancer, I hope this helped you. I hope this could give you some clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day and much love.